Ciao, my name is Ron Falconi, and I am the host of Meet Your Neighbor. I had this idea back in the fall of 2006 where I wanted to interview different people from the community so that maybe all of us could get a better chance to get to meet our neighbors. Now, many of you know that I grew up in the city of Seven Hills, and we have a very special guest today because he is my former neighbor when I used to live in Seven Hills. We also went to grade school and high school together, and his name is Sean Skinner. Sean, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Ron.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, good. Sean, can you tell us something about yourself that maybe not too many people know about you?
Sure. One thing a lot of people assume is with the first name of Sean, a lot of people assume that I'm Irish, but I'm not Irish. I don't have any Irish.
Well, you know, my last name is Falconi. A lot of people assume that I'm Italian.
Right, yeah. So you understand.
Hey, Sean, I know it's been a long time since we went to school together back in grade school and high school, and now that I know that you're in the insurance business. Mm-hmm. Tell me about how did you decide to get into that?
Sure. Well, I had prior to getting in the insurance business, I had about 15 years of experience in sales.
Okay.
And I was looking for a career change, and I've always enjoyed working with people.
Okay.
So I talked to, while I was exploring different career options, I had spoken with a number of people that I knew, both friends and family, that had experience in the insurance industry as insurance agents, and they all felt that with my background and my personality that a career as an insurance agent would be a good fit for me and something I do well at. And it's also always been a goal of mine to own my own business, and this gave me an opportunity to do that.
Well, that's good. Now, how long have you been doing that now?
I'm in my third year as an insurance agent.
Third year, okay. Can you tell people who are watching right now in Brunswick Hills, or maybe people watching on the internet, tell me briefly, what does an insurance agent do?
Sure. Well, I spend most of my time working with, talking with existing and also potential new clients, meeting with them, getting an understanding of their insurance needs, and then putting together an insurance program that's going to properly protect their family, their property, and also their assets. And once someone becomes a client, then my role turns to service. So I spend a lot of time providing them with service. First of all, I will make sure I stay in touch with them on a regular basis, make sure that the insurance program that we have in place for them is meeting their changing needs as time goes on. Secondly, I spend a lot of time helping them make changes to their insurance programs. Clients need to, as their lives change, need to add a driver, add a vehicle, drop a vehicle. Maybe they did some improvements to their home, or maybe they purchased a recreational vehicle. And then the last part of my service is just basically answering questions. We get a lot of calls from clients on a daily basis, just have questions about insurance in general and specifically their insurance.
So what kind of insurance do you sell? You mentioned, you kind of alluded to it, like home, auto. What other kind of insurance do you do?
We provide auto, home, business insurance, and also life insurance.
Okay.
As well as insurance for rental properties. We have a lot of clients that have investment properties, and also recreational vehicles such as motorcycles, boats, and campers.
Okay, okay. And do you have to take any kind of special training or classes to become a insurance agent? What can you go into that?
Sure. In order to be in the state of Ohio, in all states, you have to be licensed for each line of business that you're going to be selling. So, for example, I currently hold insurance license for property and casualty, and also life and health insurance. And in order to get those licenses, I had to take 40 hours of classroom work for each line of license, and I also had to pass a state-administered exam in order to get approved by the state of Ohio to sell insurance in the state of Ohio and have a license. And once you become licensed, the state requires that you take continuing education classes to keep up on changes in the insurance industry, specifically as it relates to regulations and laws and so forth.
Okay.
So you have to have
I didn't
so
know
many
that.
of you have to have so many of continuing education credits every 2 years.
Oh, okay. Okay. When someone is shopping for insurance or an insurance agent, what are things that they should be? What kind of questions do you think they should be asking?
Well, I think the most important thing, two things that I would suggest that people focus on when they are looking for insurance is, number one, make sure that the insurance program that you buy is properly protecting you and your assets. Going with the cheapest insurance program
isn't necessarily the best.
You get what you pay for. So usually going with the cheapest insurance program isn't really going to give you the protection that you need. And secondly, when you're looking for a program, you want to make sure that you're going to be working with an agent that's going to provide you with good service.
Okay. Okay. Sean, can you describe what's a typical day for you like?
Sure. Well, I spend time on administrative tasks. I mean, usually a typical day is usually pretty busy for me. We spend some time on administrative tasks. I also spend time on marketing activities to find new clients, and then I set aside time every day to meet with potential new clients and also my existing clients, and then there's time that I spend every day of calls from existing clients. They have changes they need to make to their insurance policy, or maybe just questions in general.
Okay. What are some of the typical issues that you deal with?
Well, probably the number one issue I deal with as an agent is a claim. I mean, that's the reality of the business. It could be anything from an auto claim, a minor accident, to a claim on a home where there's major storm damage or something like that. So that's probably the most important issue that we'll deal with on a daily basis.
Oh, geez. Now, Sean, where is your business located?
We're located in Parma at 6087 Ridge Road.
Okay, and what are your hours there?
Our hours, we're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and also on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But we do have evening hours by appointment and also other hours of other weekend hours that were available by appointment as well.
Okay. Sean, are you married? Do you have any children?
Sure. My wife Charlene and we've been married for 15 years, and we have 2 children. My son Brian is 14, and my other son Jared is 11.
Okay. Sean, when you're not dealing with claims or at the office, what are some of the things you like to do for fun?
Sure. Well, when I do find time, some leisure time, I'm a big sports fan. I enjoy watching sports. I'm a big fan of the Browns, the Cavaliers, and also Ohio State Buckeyes. I also enjoy playing golf when I can find the time.
Oh, that's nice.
And spending time with my family.
That's good. You're a big Cleveland sports fan then.
Yes, absolutely.
Sean, for every guest on the show, I like to play a game of fill in the blank.
Okay.
When I was a child, I blank.
When I was a child, I wanted to grow up to be a professional athlete.
Oh, okay. Which sport?
I think either baseball or football. I played baseball a lot when I was a child. Played a lot Little League baseball. Didn't play too much football. I was never a big person, but it was always sort of a dream, if you will, to grow up and be a professional athlete. Obviously, that didn't happen. So.
Hey, what about when I was the one place that I wanted to travel to but haven't is blank.
It'd have to be Europe. I've never been to Europe, and I'd love to go there sometime.
Any particular place in Europe you'd like to go to?
I've always wanted to go to England.
England.
I know people that have visited there, and I've always enjoyed history. I know there's a lot of historical sites there, so I'd love to go there and see it someday.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a goal of mine.
Well, now, at the other end of the spectrum, when I retire, I blank.
Well, when I retire, I'd like to be able to, hopefully I'm at the point where I'll be able to spend a lot of time playing golf and traveling as well.
Of course, of course. Hey, Sean, do you have any neighborly advice to people who are watching right now in Brunswick Hills, or people watching on the internet?
My advice, one thing that the way I've always tried to conduct myself and live my life both personally and professionally is just do the right thing. If you conduct yourself with honesty, if you're honest with people and you conduct yourself with integrity, then I think everything else takes care of itself.
Okay. Well, Sean, thanks for coming out to Brunswick here today, and really appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us.
Well, I appreciate you having me on today. It's been a pleasure.
Hey. Oh, well, you know, my name is Ron Falconi. I am the host of Meet Your Neighbor, and I wanted to thank Sean Skinner from Skinner Insurance Agency for coming down to the studios today and telling us about him and his business. My name is Ron Falconi, and I am signing off. Arrivederci.